Unforgettable, that's what you are. Unforgettable, milk chocolate bar. Why is Arrow so incredible? Chocolate bubbles, oh so edible. You'll find Arrow unforgettable too.
On TVS now, we clear the decks, man the pumps, climb the walls, blindfold the cat and rope the cameras to the mast. But it's time to spell it out once again. OTT. Here it is.
JetSave bring you great low fares across the Atlantic. Return flights to Los Angeles, New York and Miami direct from Gatwick. See your travel agent.
You can't beat the family butcher, so there's one behind the scenes in over 400 Tesco stores.
Hey, Linda, look at that.
He's there to make sure you get the freshest and best cuts.
Look, Linda.
They're prepared right on the premises. Then they're hygienically wrapped and labeled for your convenience.
Linda, look at this meat department.
Oh, very nice.
Today is Tesco, adding new values to value.
We got it right.
No frills, no fuss. It's okay by us.
I got this. He's got that. I got it right. End of chat.
50 years of Mars goodness, and now we bring you the biggest Mars bar ever. Even more milk, more glucose, more sugar, and more thick chocolate in a bar that's bigger than ever before. Tremendous value, really satisfying. The biggest Mars bar ever.
This Sunday, you'll find there's even more to interest you in The Observer. Not only the news and review sections, but a bigger separate Observer business section full of the latest news and comment. There's a new separate Observer sports section too, covering every sport from running to rallying to rugby. The new 4-section Observer with Colour magazine. If you want to be really well read on a Sunday.
Hello, I've come to pay my bill.
Had a nice holiday, have we? Money? Good. There we are.
It can't be all that.
I see. No stranger to the bar, were we? A la carte everything. Papers, laundry.
Oh.
Access. Hello, money. Let me pay and we can settle up later.
Oh, he's ever so helpful.
I know.
He's always there when you need him.
I know.
Access, your flexible friend.
I know.
I always tend to forget things, especially the name of wines. Chateau this, chateau that. It's all beyond me. Then, fortunately, I discovered Black Tower Liebfraumilch, a light, crisp, full-flavored white wine from Germany. So next time you're giving a dinner party, whatever you forget, don't forget the Black Tower. Oh, excuse me, my guests.
Whatever you forget, don't forget the Black Tower.
Well, next week's film fair on TVS brings you an exciting thriller on Wednesday, in which survivors from a nuclear war battle with each other and with a gauntlet of freak monsters on a perilous trip across America. It's called Damnation Alley, and that's on Wednesday. Next Saturday, your film is a Western starring Charles Bronson, and it's called Valdez Horses. 2 films to look forward to here on TVS.
True print.
True print.
True print!
True print.
There'll be a True Print envelope through your door any day now. Use it.
Back a bit, love.
True Print, the
They're only £2.30 for 20.
Hey, Britain, have we got a bank for you? A bank that's open your kind of hours. Come on and get some gyro banking power. Yes, open your bank account, Britain, with the National Gyro Bank. Get it at your post office, Britain. There's a checkbook waiting for you and me. Now your bank account can be really free. Yes, open your bank account, Britain, with the National Gyro Bank.
Pick up a leaflet at your post office.
Now there's a red carpet between Dover and Calais, the 3 superb new ships of Sea Link's flagship service, where there's more comfort, better food and your duty-frees, where Mum has a private baby care room, where drivers get help for their onward journey, and where there are film shows for the kids. Yet all this costs you no more. Sea Link flagship service, the red carpet from Dover to Calais.
Introducing the new Talbot Samba. Advance number 2. Samba's computer-perfected gearing helps give the GL incredible economy around town, over 48 miles to the gallon. No other car takes you further. New Talbot Samba, the meanest little mover on the market.
If your electricity bills always catch you with your hands full, ask about easy payment schemes at your electricity board.
I'll never forget my first taste of Bailey's original Irish cream. It was Christmas, or was it June? Harry and I were lunching alone, and there was the Bailey's. From the first sip, that exquisite blend of Irish whiskey and dairy cream captured the moment forever. That lunch, or was it dinner, with Harry? Or Mark? It might have been James.
Bailey's. Once tasted, never forgotten.
I'd say, Count, you were somewhat new to the art of pipe smoking.
By Jove.
I'd also say that your tobacco displeases you.
Good grief, Holmes.
A case for clan to solve. Mild, cool clan. So evenly burning and wondrously aromatic. One simply knows it's right, as I invariably am.
You mean a tobacco one immediately feels at home with, Holmes? Oh, say it.
Aromatic clan.
That's probably the worst. That's probably the worst bit of casting I've ever done, actually. The very idea of Bob Carroll's a man and a half. 11 times in one lifetime. Good heavens. You've still got another 10 to go. More subtlety later on, but last week... Am I going to have to put up with this all the way through this item? Last week, in fact 2 weeks ago, because Steve Davis and his lot were mucking about last week, as a competition on her 50th birthday, we asked you to name Elizabeth Taylor's husbands and tell us how many children and stepchildren she'd had through her many marriages. Well, it took a great deal of sorting out, but the rundown, basically, have a little look at this. The rundown is Conrad Hilton Jr. She married him when he was about 5, or when she was about 5, he was 6. No children there. But she had 2, Michael Jr. and Christopher, with Michael Wilding. Then there was Mike Todd, who was tragically killed, and Lisa Todd was Elizabeth's own daughter by that marriage, and Mike Todd Jr., to whom she was stepmother. Then came Eddie Fisher. They had an adopted daughter, Maria Fisher, and she was also stepmother to Carrie and Todd Fisher. Then she married Richard Burton for the first time, and Richard had already got Kate and Jessica Burton. Then she married Richard Burton again, and then finally, or possibly not, in fact almost probably not, she married John Warner Jr. in 1976, and she's stepmother to Mary Warner. And in amongst all the appalling dribble that we got, actually, 3 of you actually managed to get all that completely right. I don't know where you got that information from, presumably same place. What's that got to do with anything? Susan Jones from Bilston, up here in the West Midlands, well done, Sue. Miss C. Kennedy from Battersea, know what I mean, down there, know what I mean? And David Perry from Carlisle, and you'll be getting those rather nice telephones. TVS, for some reason, down there in Southampton and Maidstone, have only just joined us tonight. They're actually only just this minute joined us, so it did occur to us that tonight, although they were late, they might have missed the opening sequence of tonight's programme. Well worth a second peep.
It's really a tense moment.
100 years ago, if you wanted to cook a real Indian meal, you had to go to India. Today, however, it's somewhat easier. At Sharwood's, we've assembled a unique range of over 30 authentic ingredients, so you can easily prepare anything from a more exciting curry to a complete meal. Sharwood's Indian range. We lay your table open to the world.
Every time someone picks up a camera and points it at you, just say True Print and smile.
True print.
True print. True print. True print. True print.
True print.
True print.
Every year, millions of people put their films into the True Print envelope. What they get back are the pictures of a lifetime. There'll be a True Print envelope through your door any day now. Use it.
True print. True print.
True print. True print.
True Print. They're only £2.30 for 20.
Back a bit, love.
Something different is about to happen to ice cream. New Ice Magic from Birds. A rich, smooth, chocolatey topping like no other. In a moment, Ice Magic changes into a deliciously crisp, chocolatey coating. New Ice Magic from Birds.
Well, I've been working hard to reach me target, to earn a few bob to take me down to market. The winkles took some chewing, but the rain was nice and warm. On the way to the pub I fell in love, but I don't think much of you. No, I don't reckon you're one. Roll up your trousers. Courage best, mate. Wash out your gills and jelly dills are good for your brain. With courage best, mate, you can keep the Costa Brava. I'm telling you, mate, I'd rather have a pint of Courage Best down Margate in the rain.
Remember a pint of Best. Courage do.
The French take pride in the best cuisine in the world, and they love and cherish the finest wine. We also are creators of beautiful fragrances like Mystique by Lanthoric. Mystique, a fragrance for men to remember and for women to love. Mystique, a beautiful fragrance by Lanthoric.
Oh, the old Sunday Sups. Oh, what's this? A new one? Meteoron, Leroy Socialist. Well, this is more like it. There's enough here to last you all week, isn't there? Oh, look. That's a catchy name, isn't it? The magazine within the magazine. Very stylish. Yves Saint Laurent. I always thought he was a fella. Oh, my cab.
My Sunday Times.
Sunday Times? Oh, of course. Sunday Times.
Rose white, lily white, apple white. The whiter shades of pale. Fresh from Dulux.
At their brewery in Copenhagen, Carlsberg's brewing experts constantly strive to improve and refine their famous lager. But as they consider that Carlsberg is already probably the best lager in the world, they have little hope of success. Oh well. Carlsberg, probably the best lager in the world.
What can cool, can smooth, can perform, can give maximum protection at all times. This can. Castrol GTX Liquid Engineering.
You learn how to fend off things, like I was just saying. And obviously when you're 7, you don't think about it, you just come out with it. So yeah, to a point you reflect that, yeah.
So the boy at 7 is in a sense the real you?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah, the sort of, the essential Peter Davis.
There were 9 other children filmed in 1963. What of them?
If we did all love Jeffrey and we all want to marry him, I think I know the one that he likes best, and that's her.
No, I wasn't talking today, and Brown sent me out for nothing.
I feel like bundling when there's already a fight. If I can't be an astronaut, I think I'll be a coach driver. I read the Financial Times.
What's happened to these children? Where are they and what are they doing? We'll see tomorrow night.
And the second part of 28 Up will begin at 10:35 tomorrow evening. After the break tonight, brothers in detection Simon and Simon are charged with receiving the proceeds of a charity auction pilfered by a wealthy socialite.
Where on earth are you sure to find a building society that cares as much for its customers as it does about their money? A lot nearer home than you may think. With branches all over your area, the Cheshire is the biggest building society based in the Northwest. So wherever you are and whatever your plans, you'll find a close understanding of your needs at the Cheshire. And that can make a world of difference.
Why are some parties so flat? Perhaps it's down to the wine. Now, when was the last time you tried serving Matthias with its sparkly, youthful fragrance? Matthias with its light, subtle crispness. Matthias with its myriad tiny bubbles that breathe life into every occasion. Matthias. Ordinary wine seemed flat by comparison.
Watch. Watch. Watch out. Citizen. Watch. Watch out. Citizen. Watch out. Watch out. Citizen. Look. Watch. Watch out. Watch out. Citizen. Watch. Watch out. Citizen. Watch.
The secret of the black magic box. Glove Story. A Taste of Tonight from Cadbury's.
Fisherman's Friend. Original extra strong and aniseed flavored lozenges. Soothing, effective. The taste sensation.
They said it couldn't be done with Pyrex. They said, how can you design such a slim plate? Decorate it all over so delicately. Give it a satin finish. And make it oven-proof, dishwasher-proof, freezer-proof, even usable in a microwave. It's new, finer Pyrex. And they said it couldn't be done.
Hello, Nobby. I bought you some Holston pills. Most of the sugar turns to alcohol, you know. Look at the head on that.
It's too big.
Maybe I should slant the glass a bit more.
Slant? You do as I tell you.
Well, keep your hair on, Nobby. I'll save this for you till you get out. When is that?
9 more years and 6 months in this hole.
Oh. Well, seems a shame you let it go flat then, doesn't it?
Time now.
I'll bring you another one to look at next week, Nubby! Nubby! Cheers!
This has been a Host and Pills production.
This is Granada. Well, finally tonight, detectives Simon and Simon aim to prove that emeralds are not a girl's best friend.
The historic events of D-Day are recalled in a BBC record and cassette, D-Day Dispatches, which carries the reports of those correspondents who covered the D-Day landings.
Try and imagine the scene on these Normandy beaches 40 years ago. Out there to see a huge armada of 5,000 ships. Battleships, cruisers, destroyers, minesweepers, and hundreds of landing craft packed full of men approaching the beaches.
On the day that Iran has warned the rest of the world to stay out of the Gulf War, Newsnight on BBC Two now includes an exclusive report on the drastic changes in Iranian society 5 years after the Islamic Revolution. And on BBC One, from the Royal Albert Hall, the World Professional Latin American Dance Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to London for the 1984 World Professional Latin American Dance Championship.
A look inside the Radio Times reveals the fantastic new children's opera Where the Wild Things Are, and a profile of the roaring success of this colourful world. And with a concern for the world of wild things, BBC Two's topical nature programme returns and identifies the enemies and captures the beauty of an endangered species. Also in the frame, the world beater Steve Davis gets his eye in for 21 days of top-class snooker, starting on Saturday on 2, as he sets his sights on the 1984 World Championship. And undisputed champions in 1924, Harold Abrahams and Eric Liddell, are immortalised in the Oscar-winning Chariots of Fire. The success story of the British cinema has its television premiere on Easter Day on BBC One, and is running for glory on the front cover of the new Radio Times.
Glyn Worsnip on BBC Two in a moment has the pleasurable task of making Lionel Blair, Janet Brown, Leslie Phillips, Doris Hare and John Junkin reveal the funny and embarrassing moments they've experienced on stage. Here on One, in 25 minutes, we embark on the quest for Mastermind's brain in QED. Well, that's after the 9 o'clock news with John Humphreys.
The London siege, the drama cools down, negotiations in progress. Gaddafi lifts the siege of the British in Libya. Zimbabwe celebrates independence, but tonight, more allegations of brutality. Two big British loss makers move back into the black. And the royal respray, did the prince do it on purpose? Good evening. The siege of the Libyan People's Bureau is still going on, but tonight there are some hopeful signs. Negotiations are being conducted at several different levels here in London and in Libya. The first of our reports tonight from St James's, where the siege has now been going on for nearly 36 hours. Michael Sullivan has been there.
If this is your idea of what it's like on holiday abroad, don't worry. You won't actually get treated like this. Just ask anyone who's ever been on a Wings holiday. Wings treat you like an individual. There's an enormous range of hotels and destinations from Mallorca to Mombasa, and a wide range of prices to suit your pocket. With Wings' incredibly low prices, a better holiday than this costs a lot less than you think. Wings Holidays, a division of Rank Travel.
Do you know how many calories there are in butter? Exactly the same as there are in margarine. Even margarine made from vegetable oil or sunflower oil. It's a simple fact. Almost as simple as butter itself. Isn't it natural to butter 'em up?
Can I have a Guinness, love? No. Make mine a Guinness.
We spend a lot of our time working with the Guinness.
I'll have a Guinness.
People like Eric here, who, through simple neglect, has let the word Guinness slip from his ordering vocabulary.
I'll have a Guinness.
But we believe that Eric is about ready to enjoy life to the full.
I'll have a Guinness.
Again. I'll have a Guinness. I'll have a Guinness. I'll have a Guinness. Guinness. I'll have a Guinness. I'll like a Guinness. Eric, relax. Now go and order yourself a beautiful black pint of Guinness.
Right. I'll have a Guinness. I'll like a Guinness. I'll have a Guinness. I'll have a Guinness.
Hello, Eric. The usual.
Yeah. No.
2 days later, you'll be pleased to know, Eric successfully ordered a pint of Guinness.
This year, why not go on an OSL holiday? With an OSL villa, you can stretch out inside or outside by the pool. You can stretch out in the bedrooms or in the garden. You even have an OSL maid service.
And they also have incredibly low prices.
Ooh, lovely. So you won't have to overstretch your budget.
OSL Holidays, a division of Rank Travel.
53 journalists from 16 countries compared the Fiat Uno against the best new cars of 1983. They looked at comfort, styling, technical development, and value for money. The result, the Uno beat all of its competitors. That's why Europe's journalists named it Car of the Year 1984. So now you know why we call it number one.
There are bigger savings than ever in the Allied curtain sale, with 20% off many made-to-measure curtains and up to 50% off ready-made, with luxury velvets from only $14.99 a pair. Everything is reduced in the Allied curtain sale, now on at Allied Carpets.
Incredible savings on Nat Holidays Express coaches to the Sun. 7 nights full board from just £83 in Lorette de Mar on the fabulous Costa Brava. 14 nights from £105. Benidorm, 7 nights full board from only £96. 14 nights from £129. There are holiday bargains in Italy, Yugoslavia and the French Riviera too. And with Nat Holidays you get big discounts for children and over 50 nationwide departure points.
You'll find big bargains in the Nat Holiday coach brochure.
How often do you find you haven't got a thing to wear? Make It Easy will change all that. Each fortnight you get this special kit containing a strong, easy-to-follow full-size pattern, plus a book that shows you how 2 simple shapes give you these 10 great looks, with step-by-step instructions that will even get you out of trouble if you go wrong, and 8 technique cards to make tricky things like binding simple. In part 1 alone you could choose from all these. It's like owning your own clothes shop. Make It Easy. The first kit is at your newsagent now.
So, 3 people, 2 weeks in Greece, late July. Let's see.
Just a minute, darling.
Well, this is a tour operator I'd recommend. It's a lovely resort, good hotel, and between the 3 of you, you'll save at least...
Oliver.
Is there someone else?
Oliver.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you down there, sir. Perhaps you'd like to see some special information for bears while I sort this out. Now, 4 people, 2 weeks.
Don't just book it, Thomas cook it. In France, they call a set of drums a battery. At AC Delco, they call a battery. AC Delco's famous Freedom battery is sealed for life, with no topping up. You can fit it and forget it. Now that's worth remembering. AC Delco make all sorts of parts for all sorts of motors, which till now were mainly just for the trade. But now you can all get your hands on them. So do-it-yourself motorists, charge round to your local stockist and beat the drum for AC Delco. They're tuned for professionals.
I was going to tell you about the unique service here at Preston's of Bolton, but I've just been reading through some of these amazing visitors' books, and I'm absolutely staggered. Just listen to this. From Ellesmere Port. Shopped around but couldn't find better value. From Blackburn. I've been in jewellers all over the country, and this is the best. From Doncaster. What's a great place like this doing on the wrong side of the Pennines? Well, Prestons of Bolton really is the diamond centre of the north.
Ireland's a welcome.
Ireland's a smile.
Ireland's the good things that make life worthwhile. Ireland's a sunrise beyond the next mile. Ireland's a feeling that won't pass you by. And Ireland is closer by bee and night, by bee and night, by bee and night.
It's Sun Bingo, Britain's biggest bingo. This time next week, you could be richer by £80,000. Think what you could do with that. Sun, the News of the World Bingo, has paid out £7 million. And your new card is the richest ever, over £1.5 million to win. Check your numbers every day. You could win 80 grand this week on Sun Bingo.
You know, my mum said, when she was carrying me, she used to eat raw minced liver every day. Raw minced liver? You know, honestly. She put it in sandwiches. Had to, really, I suppose. Perhaps that's why I'm an only child.
Nowadays, if you're at a time in your life when you may need a vitamin supplement, there's only one name you need to remember. Redoxon. All you need to know about multivitamins.
The Jewel in the Crown continues on ITV tomorrow night at 9, and there's another chance to see the first 2 episodes on Channel 4 on Sunday at 8:15. A fully illustrated book, The Making of the Jewel in the Crown, is now available in bookshops, price £5.95. And a colour guide to the series, including Who's Who and a map, is available by post. Send a cheque or postal order for 75p to Granada Television, Post Office Box 50, Market Harborough, Leicestershire, LE16 9PP.
Free sailing, free windsurfing and more at most places with Holiday Club International, because we've put the free back into freedom.
Looking, feeling marvelous. The marvelous feel marvelous. Love that's marvelous. The only one with added vitamins A and D. Marvelous what Marvel can do. Marvel keeps you looking, Marvel keeps you feeling marvelous, marvelous, no fats, Marvel, looking, feeling marvelous. It's the only one, it's marvelous what Marvel can do.
Thursday, wrote Mr. Kipling, amateur dramatics, and refreshments that I felt inadequately rewarded the company's efforts. That night at home, I devised a choice of tempting treats crammed full of exceedingly good things. The almond slice, the cherry walnut slice, the country slice. A few productions of my own that turned out to be...
They look nice.
Everybody's cup of tea.
All Barrett houses include a cooker, fridge, washing machine, fitted carpets and cost from £25 a week. Contact Barrett now. A unique design breakthrough by St Helens Glass means a saving of 20% on replacement window costs. And with just £10 deposit and nothing more to pay for 6 months, now everyone can afford the class of St Helens Glass. Phone now on St Helens 53332.
St Helens Glass has the class.
Once upon a time, there was a little boy whose cough was driving his chums up the wall. Then one of them remembered.
Come on, Tixie Licks!
So off they went to get some. After all, they'd seen a commercial that said, Tixie Licks is specially made to soothe children's coughs to sleep. They gave the little boy a spoonful, and before you could say, available only from chemists, he was sleeping soundly, and his chums could enjoy their evening in peace.
Dream, dream, dream.
On a Maltese holiday, you'll find the transport strangely familiar. The sea, quietly inviting. The food,
a little fresher than you'd expect.
Oh, yeah.
The architecture, quite breathtaking. And if the local talent doesn't grab you, nothing will. But above all, in Malta, you're assured of a welcome so warm, you'll find it hard to leave.
Just 2.5 hours servicing on a Citroën BX is enough to last a full 12,000 miles. The Citroën BX. Loves driving, hates garages.
I just started on Channel 4. The prisoner faces the ultimate interrogation in a different episode from the one advertised. This is Granada. For now, tonight's News at 10.
Scotland Yard think they've found a Guardian defence mole. Mr. Scargill suspends his mining union rebels. The mother who may still carry a twin, the other aborted. The Foreign Secretary looks for help over Lebanon. And is this what photographers do to you? Good evening.
Well, next Friday evening, Terry Wogan, Sue Cook and John Craven present the annual Children in Need appeal, when a whole host of stars will be calling in during the evening for a chat and to take your telephoned pledges.
This BBC LP record, Champion Brass, is available from retailers. It's also in cassette form. And there's more brass about tomorrow evening when Radio 2 offers the invitation to listen to the band as Robin Boyle introduces the winners of the British Brass Band Championships from Manchester. That's at 9 o'clock tomorrow evening on Radio 2 in stereo. On BBC One, in a moment, Panorama presents a report on the current state of the TUC, including an interview with the former Labour Prime Minister James Callaghan. Here on 2, our Mike Leigh season of plays continues with his short profile of two old chums. This Mike Leigh season continues at 9 o'clock with Abigail's Party, a social event that causes her worried mum to seek refuge down the road at the home of a neighbour who's holding her own eventful little soiree.
Starting tomorrow, among the pick of the programmes on BBC Two is a new series of Top Gear, the motoring programme which gets out on the road to discover the latest innovations in motorised transport. In the first programme, there's a report on a novel public transport system in West Germany. And throughout the series, there'll be film reports on the latest systems and technology in use with the Japanese motor industry. Top Gear begins tomorrow at 8:30 as one of the pick of the programmes on BBC Two.
Well, now we welcome to BBC Two the humour of Messrs Barker and Corbett, the two Ronnies.
How he does his flies up.
A new series of Call My Bluff starts next Friday.
Frank, will you give us a definition? There's a good soul.
Shuffy, or Northumberland gunman or wash, shuffy, is an adjective seldom heard outside the brick-making trade. Shuffy, or below line wash, shuffy is an over-brittle, over-baked brick.
Shuffy, as I'm sure Paul knows, is in Victorian times, pavement artists, they did, red sails on the sunset on the pavement. coloured chalks and that.
Yes, it's naval slang, actually, for what the Admiralty called ammunition matting.
The true meaning of shuffy and several other unlikely words in Call My Bluff, starting next Friday at 9 o'clock on BBC Two. Now on to Newsweek reports on Britain's industrial relations and asks, are we really under new management?
Good evening. During the last Conservatives talked of restoring the balance between unions and managers. Tonight in Newsweek, we'll be trying to find out how far the balance of industrial power really has changed and what the long-term effects will be. Although many right-wing Tories...
These are tomorrow evening's programmes on BBC Two. At 7:50, we continue the series on some of the world's great paintings when David Piper talks about Titian's Diana and Callisto at Scotland's National Gallery in Edinburgh. Decisions of conscience beset the Waltons at 8:10 as Jason tries to decide whether or not to enlist. Rowan Atkinson is one of the guests in the Innes Book of Records at 9 o'clock, and at 9:25, Brass Tacks looks at the nation's health and at the preventative measures that can be taken to reduce heart disease. Match of the Day from Wimbledon 80 is at 10:10, and with Newsnight at 11 o'clock, that's the lineup for tomorrow evening. Now back to tonight for Film of the Week, as Faye Dunaway stars in Puzzle of a Downfall Child.
This is a film I had to make.
Are you a fine-looking woman, and I can't wait to get my hands on your land.
Hey, that's not fair. They're people. You can't eat people. I want chocolates.
Oh, do stop going on about chocolates.
There's another one of them hanky things. Is that a magic hanky thing?
Well, I don't know. It might be a magic hanky thing. I don't know.
It's moving. It's coming. Oh, get me home.
Where's number 4?
At the dentist.
More fillings? Betty doesn't use Signal toothpaste.
Look, dental x-rays of children who used ordinary toothpastes. The black areas are fillings. Yet clinical tests prove regular brushing with Signal 2 with fluoride reduces fillings by up to 30%. No other toothpaste can beat that.
I used Signal 2 and I didn't miss the boat.
Signal 2, proven to fight decay.
This is new Allurel. Allurel holds like a hairspray, but it doesn't feel like one.
I can't believe it. It really doesn't feel like a hairspray. I never thought it could hold my hair, but it does. Know what I like about my hairstyle now? My hair. It doesn't feel like a hairspray.
Allurel Delmet from L'Oreal, because you're worth it.
Can't get this food bag open.
Oh, try these. New non-stick baggies. They're much better. They're a snap to open and a cinch to shut with this fold over top. So easy. Feels crispy too. Baggies keep food really fresh.
Off you go. Catch anything?
New non-stick baggies. A snap to open, a cinch to shut.
With ties for freezers.
Hey, that's good, Mum. What is it?
Macaroni.
But I don't like macaroni.
You've never tried it before. I see he hasn't changed.
We did the same thing at home the other night. The first time I gave him Stalk SB margarine.
This is nice. What is it?
Stalk SB.
But I don't like margarine. Well, fancy calling Stalk SB Marjorie.
I care about cleanness, of course, but I care about something else too. Value for money. So I buy Square Deal Surf. It gives me the cleanness I want at a Square Deal price. Always.
Take a new look at Surf.
When I get home from school, my mum sometimes sends me up to the shop. If there's any change, she says, you can have a Milky Way. That's our favourite. Milky Way is really great. It's sort of milky and chocolatey, and it doesn't fill you up. She'd eat mine too if I'd let her. Good job I've got long arms.
Milky Way, the sweet you can eat between meals without ruining your appetite.
Start every day the Robinson's way, toasting marmalade crunch, golden oranges ripening in the sun. Robinson's taste is a real tangy one. So start every day the Robinson's way, golden shred, silver shred, and original, the original toasted marmalade crunch.
What makes Spry Crisp and Dry such good value?
It fries perfectly. Hardly a grease mark. It lasts longer, gives perfect results again and again.
We think you'll agree it's a better buy because it's a better way to fry. Spry Crisp and Dry.
No, come on. Now, don't be silly. It was only a bit of fun. You wanted to see the witches. It was just a joke with the Weltons and myself. That was all.
Now here's the SPs for the 4:10 at Epsom. First, Prominent at 7-1. Second, Oriental Star at 3-1 favourite. Third, Personal Call 11-2.
Boy Scout Hugh completes the job. Now comes the time to claim his bob. Here's your reward, says Mrs. Lee. Now stay for some of this for tea. What can she mean? Puzzles Hugh. I know all my signs, but this is new. Craft Dairy Lee. One taste will prove it's mild and smooth as smooth. So be prepared, for this cheese spreads the very best of friends to bread. Craft Dairy Lee.
Trow, Texan! Just let me finish this here Texan bar, and I'll be happy to oblige. Time sure goes slow when you're chewing a Texan bar. Mama always said I ought to be on the stage. Texan sure is a mighty chew.
Jan, can I borrow your cleanser? Left mine at home.
Trust you.
Johnson's baby lotion. Any good?
Suits me. It cleanses really well, takes off every trace of makeup, and leaves a nice soft skin. Feel.
Not bad for an old lady.
Watch it.
Well, it's creamy, all right. Seems smoother. Oh.
Never mind. I know someone with a whole new bottle.
Johnson's baby lotion for clean, baby soft skin.
Get ready! That'll build them up, and their appetites. Make ready the bird's eye codfish fingers! What they need now is juicy white cuts of cod with a smile in every bite. Double helpings for the winners! And for the losers, they need the extra. Bird's eye codfish fingers, the happiest way of eating fish.
Hello, I'm Mac V. Whoa.
Look, Mark!
Whoa! Oh, grown-ups can't see me.
What are you laughing at?
Shh.
Oh, thanks, Mum.
McVitie's Jaffa Cakes, lush light sponge, rich plain chocolate, and that smashing orangey bit in the middle, as only McVitie's know how.
Do you think Mum saw you?
If she did, I'll eat my hat.
McVitie's Jaffa Cakes. Eating is believing.
Says McV.
And a very big welcome to Tuesday's Magpie. I actually typed out the titles to today's programme on this Aston character generator, the sort of machine that will be used in the election results in 2 weeks' time on television. And this is one of the many gadgets that's been exhibited at the International Broadcasting Convention in London this week, gadgets that will improve our television programmes and extend the range. And this really is a marvellous machine. You can do all sorts of things with it. And you could even type with it, although my typing is not all that hot. Let's see how we get on. Great machine, isn't it?
How do you like my new head?
A great improvement on the last one.
Thank you very much. It does make a change, anyway. I thought I'd let you see it because I'm going to be wearing it in a melodrama in a few moments. A grand guignol performance.
Oh, what?
Posh words for blood and thunder. Anyway, people, stand by. Magpie proudly presents...
Hello. No, it's not me reporting from Australia. It's just for the next 10 minutes or so we're going to be wandering into the special world of television effects. Ooh, that's better. The blood was beginning to rush to my head. Now, we're going to show you a little scene full of special effects. What do you want?
I really don't think we should show it to them, you know. It might frighten them.
Frighten them, rubbish. Who asked you anyway?
All right, have it your own way. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Honestly, some people... No, it's all right. There aren't two of me here. And I haven't got a twin sister, so far as I know. It's just part of the effects. Now, about the scene that I was promising you. It's a little bit frightening and very funny. And if you watch your screen now, here it comes. See how many effects you can spot.
And now to triumph before my wonderful scientific work is about to be realized. And now... He's coming! The monster! It works! I'm a genius. A transcendental genius. Oh, come to me, monster, for instructions. Monster was fantastic. Now, monster, go and get the treasure from the vaults. Now, quickly. Monster, you've forgotten the treasure! Who's this? Take her away! You fool! Get rid of her, monster! Throw her into the electronic disappearing coffin! You fool, monster! You've destroyed all my plans! You fool! You fool! No, monster! Monster, no! More monster! I was only joking! No!
I hope you enjoyed watching that as much as we enjoyed making it. But don't worry, our heroes escaped in good time for the next episode.
Isn't it time that someone cut the housework down to size? Well, now, there's a cleaner from Hitachi. One that's very light, quiet, and extremely powerful, with no paper bags to worry about. It comes with all the attachments you'll ever need to get around the house. A cleaner that even leaves time to clean out the car. Trust Hitachi to bring it all within your reach.
Hang on. Hello.
Hello, Margaret.
Hello, Margaret.
Leslie.
I'll tell you where I was later. Did we win?
Yes.
Will you be using Stork SB margarine in the future?
Yes.
Really?
I shall. No, it does taste better. I
Yeah.
must admit. I hadn't actually ever compared two like that.
Yeah.
Side by side.
Well, you wouldn't really lurk into the kitchen and try
No.
Stork SB against another one,
Be
would
a
you?
secret stalk sneaker.
Stork SB margarine. More and more people are tasting the difference.
Grundig's Video 2000 machine, the best machine launched this year. Absolutely loaded with features, slow motion picture search and freeze frame modes outstanding. Delightfully easy to operate, picture quality excellent, still frame excellent. Hand on heart, if there really is a better machine, we've yet to see it. The Grundig Video 2x4 Super. For features and performance, it's a machine the video press have a particularly high regard for. The Grundig Video 2x4, precisely Grundig, precisely right.
Wall's pork sausages, famous for nearly 200 years. Famous for their tremendous meatiness. Famous for their phenomenal flavor. Now Wall's pork sausages are made with even more lean meat, which can only make them more famous still. Wall's pork sausages. It's the way we make them that makes them famous.
Aha, the old Sunday Times magazine, or should I say the new one, with a magazine within the magazine. Love it, don't you? Beautiful, India. Oh my goodness me, the mysterious East. This is the stuff, eh? It's packed. Oh, look, a major new cookery series, a gastronomic tour de France. Oh, mon favourite. Escalope koshers.
Cauchoise.
Absolument, madam. I don't know where I'll be without my Sunday Times.
Your Sunday Times.
The new Renault 9, Car of the Year 1982. A new milestone in economy. The 1.4 manual versions give 52.3 miles per gallon at 56 miles per hour. A new concept in comfort. 5 models have revolutionary seats that give more freedom in the front, more legroom in the back. Drive any of the 8 models in the range and discover why the new Renault 9 was voted Car of the Year 1982.
Three big films next weekend. Saturday at 9, Peter Sellers finds soft beds, hard battles.
What are you doing to them? No, don't do that. Stop it at once. What are you trying to do? Start a war between Germany and America?
Sunday at 4:10, Michael Caine pulls off The Italian Job. And at 7:15 next Sunday, Bond is back. Bond is the spy who loved me.
Alone at last.
Roger Moore stars in The Spy Who Loved Me next Sunday at 7:15 on London Weekend Television.
In just a moment, comedy that can be described as over the top.
The first time you use oil of Ulay, you'll discover how light, how refreshing it is. You can almost feel this tropical moist blend helping to replace lost oils and moisture as it's absorbed, leaving your skin soft, supple, looking young. Oil of Ulay, a secret of young-looking skin.
apple white, the whiter shades of pale, fresh from Dulux.
Orange juice. How can you manage a coffee?
If it's as good as last night's, I'll take the coffee.
I have to make some fresh. You might be a bit late for work.
You're in charge?
Oh, well, in that case, take the day off.
Wait a minute. It's Saturday.
It's all right. I'm feeling generous.
You know something? This is even better than last night's.
Yeah, but do you remember anything else from last night?
Like what?
The washing up.
4 new filter blends from Lions. One of them could be just your cup of coffee.
Could this be what you're looking for? The new 323 hatchback from Mazda. Versatile luggage space, passenger safety zone, aerodynamic styling. A powerful new overhead cam engine running on 2-star petrol. Front-wheel drive. Self-compensating rear suspension. Fully independent on all 4 wheels. The new Mazda 323. A hatchback to get excited about.
G'day. You know, I can't help thinking of Oz and that dry, thirsty outback. We'd sit there month after month, praying for rain. When the drought finally broke, we had our own special way of celebrating, with a drop or two of the amber nectar. And now Foster's draft is here, you too can celebrate. Now that the drought's finally broken, good.
Foster's, the Australian for lager.
Make Mother's Day magic. Black magic.
If you want to be provoked into fits of laughter, we'd strongly advise you not to put your fingers in your ears tomorrow night at 10. Otherwise you'll miss Whoops Apocalypse. By the way, if you see any world leaders over the weekend who obviously haven't heard this warning, perhaps you could pass it on. That's Whoops Apocalypse tomorrow at 10. Now, OTT.
The Sunday film tomorrow is a comedy western starring Burt Lancaster, Shelley Winters and Telly Savalas, in which an old fur trader and a black ex-slave track down a gang who kill Indians for their scalps. The Scalp Hunters at 7:15 tomorrow evening. Now, on BBC One to round off this evening, the weather outlook from Michael Fish.
Good evening to you. Still a very unsettled look to the weather, although having said that, I think most of us are in for a somewhat drier and brighter spell tomorrow, but drier, not dry, because there will be some showers around. Today there was a fair bit of rain. In England and Wales the rain came from that waving frontal system as it dashed quickly across from the west. It gave a fair bit of rain. And over Scotland there was this area of low pressure uncomfortably close that was also giving them some rain. For tomorrow there's going to be another area of low pressure. In fact, there's one at the moment developing to the west of us, and that's going to come in towards Scotland, keeping their run of rather unsettled weather going, whereas further south, with a weakish ridge, it will, as I said at the beginning, be somewhat brighter and drier. The picture for midday tomorrow shows that area of low pressure that's developing to the west of us. It's slipped in across Scotland. Further south, you'll notice quite a stiff run of westerly wind still, so it will be another rather breezy day. But back to tonight now. For most parts, it's going to be a dry night. The worst of the rain's gone now. In fact, in some of these more central and eastern parts, there will be some breaks in the cloud. But the cloud is a little bit thicker in the west. It'll give 1 or 2 spots of rain and drizzle here and there, keep some patchy fog going over the hills as well, and rather more in the way of cloud in southernmost parts of England and in the Channel Islands, where there'll be some outbreaks of rain from time to time, and perhaps a little bit more in the way of more persistent rain in the border counties of England, as well as in Northern Ireland. And then tomorrow, same sort of divisions really. Still rather a lot of cloud in the extreme south of England and in the Channel Islands, with a little rain from time to time, perhaps rather more in the way of rain towards the end of the day. In southern Scotland and the border counties and Northern Ireland, also some cloud and rain around to begin with, but here, during the course of the morning, it should brighten up and the rain there turn rather more showery, so that most places, as I said at the beginning, will have a brighter day tomorrow. Most of England and Wales, southern Scotland, Northern Ireland, some sunshine from time to time, 1 or 2 showers. In the north of Scotland, though, again, a fair bit of cloud around with some rain, and over the hills there, cold enough for some snow, some quite heavy falls of snow probably before the day's out. And then, as I hinted at the beginning, the outlook for the next few days is still pretty unsettled weather with periods of rain in most parts, fairly windy, but at least pretty mild. And then if we look at the period for the next 4 weeks, the long-range prospects, which I didn't have time to give you yesterday, this rather unsettled mild spell is going to continue for some while yet, but I think around the end of the month, quite a dramatic change to a spell of very much colder weather, but more settled weather with some sunshine and some pretty sharp frosts. And then again into December, a change back to this sort of mild, stormy weather, but perhaps some snow around as that change takes place. Well, that's all. A very good night to you.
Andromeda, 750,000 light-years distant. I leave my secret with you. It is all there. More power than man has ever possessed. Power to heal, power to destroy. You're poisoned. Poisoned. And everyone I touch is poisoned. They die.
Nobody likes to think about dying, but I never forget that it was somebody that died, that had signed a donor card that enabled me to live a full life and to have had.
You know, Jack, we should carry donor cards.
Yes. Thousands of people now carry donor cards, but many life-saving transplant operations don't take place because relatives are unaware of the wishes of a would-be donor. Perhaps someone in your family carries a donor card, but do you know about it?
I was just saying, we ought to carry donor cards. You're already. Look.
Have you discussed it with them? Because in the event of their death, you might be the one to have to make the decision. And it's not something you'll feel like discussing when they've just died. So talk about it now.
Good for you.
I didn't know you had one already.
Yes.
Make sure you know who carries the card in your family.
That's it from Channel 4 for this Saturday evening. Tomorrow at 10:25, 7 days to noon. Only 21 hours to go. Have a peaceful night. Good night.
Please like, share, and subscribe to The Good, the Bad, and The Ugly Show.
Because there's no room left in hell.
Fine, thank you.
What's your story?
Well, I'm in young girls' pants. I manufacture pants.
Oh, what filth.
Why do you prove it now?
I don't feel that there's any great interest in it. Clearly, you must have felt the world wanted to know what your private parts looked like, and now the world knows.
Suggesting dummies! Dummies!
A consonant, please, Carol.
C.
A vowel.
That is E.
Another vowel.
A vowel. I.
Consonant.